Good afternoon, welcome to Forexample Trading. It is Tuesday the 21st of August, so we're right in the middle of the summer. I'm Ben Newman, as you probably know if you've seen my videos. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, then you can do that by clicking the subscribe button in the corner or just below me, wherever it is. And I haven't done a video for a couple of days because Friday I was busy, and then Monday nothing really happened yesterday, so just didn't see the point in putting anything out there. Now today, because all the markets were kind of static yesterday, it left everything in a real potential position for some decent movement today and some decent trades. And the thing that we were focused on today was the move of the US dollar last night. Everything sort of sat, didn't really do much at all. It was a very bitty day. Days like that, in my opinion, if the markets are just sat there and they look like they might do something and just don't develop into anything, you're best off just leaving them alone and coming back when there's some more usable movement. But what did eventually happen yesterday was the US dollar weakened massively, and that gave all the opportunities today for the potential for other currencies to either gain against the US dollar, but ultimately for the US dollar to then be in a position where we can trade with it again, follow gold and so on. So we've been keeping an eye on that today, and it's thrown a few curveballs in there. We've really had to be right on it. The reason I keep looking down like this is because I have got a gold trade active now, which I'm kind of just hanging on to. So I'm going to talk you through that because that's really been the main focus for today. Was what you may have seen my video last Monday where I made $15,000 profit in a day, and that was just from multiple gold trades. And that's what I was hoping we'd have the sort of opportunity to do today. Didn't really develop, and I'm going to show you why. The other thing that interrupts everything is Trump keeps tweeting. So even when the US dollar should be, according to the Fed Reserve, it should be gaining, Trump doesn't want that because he feels that that's going to jeopardise his plans for international trade with other countries. Ridiculous, really. But what that does is mean that the US dollar doesn't know what it's doing. He tweets something, the US dollar weakens when it shouldn't. It's in a pattern where it should be moving off quite naturally, and I'll go through it with you and just cover everything and show you. Now, if you do want to join us still, there's still spaces in the trading arena. I'm being pretty selective about who I let in, and that's just so that we keep the quality in there. I want people that are keen to learn, and once they've learned, I want people that are willing to to put decent info into the trading arena as well, which is anyone that's been with me for a while. Some of my clients now have been loyal to me for years, which is great. It means that I'm doing something right, and I think they feel that there's something right about that trading arena. And I want to add new people that are willing to learn and be part of that as well. So there are still spaces, still £249 for 3 months. That gives you the exclusive exclusive trading arena. Sorry, I'm keeping an eye on this as well. The dedicated signals channel, and of course there's a 13-hour course in 5 parts which you get, and that will get you to a level where you really understand what's going on with your trades. Even if you're an absolute beginner, that will get you to a stage where you understand what you're doing with the markets, and you're managing your risk okay, which is the important thing. All right, so let's have a look at the markets. First of all, these were the signals that went out today. You can see plenty of them. I didn't send gold signals today, although I did make it very public in the trading arena what I was doing with gold. And the reason I don't do that is because gold can be pretty volatile and it costs you a lot of money if you get it wrong. So I'd rather talk everyone through that as I'm doing it. So plenty of signals there, plenty of activity in the trading arena as well. And let's just pull up where we're at. So this is the US dollar gold, and you can see here the trend line that it's been following. Now, what we expected to happen, if I show you on an hourly chart, you'll see a bit better. So we expected to move up to this, up against sort of squeeze here, and it didn't break through. It came down, so we expected it just to carry on going. Then what happened, it didn't pick up off this trend line here. It didn't break through it, not immediately. Sorry, things are going a bit slow. So let me just show you what I mean. There we go. So it got to that and then pulled up again, but it has broken through this. So we've got potential here. I'm going to pull over my trade in a minute, but if we look at that in comparison to the dollar index, which if we look on a daily chart to start with, you'll see, there we go. So these are all my trend lines. Looks very confusing, but it does make sense. in that you can see the channels that it's following. So whenever we get near one of these trend lines, some of these are going back weeks and months, then we can see exactly what's going on with it, or a point that it should be reacting to something. So the problem is that when we look at it on an hourly chart, now what we expected to happen on 4 hours, if anyone is not sure, you know what I'm talking about here, this is a very significant pattern. And when we see this, we kind of know that it's going to follow it. You kind of got to cut it off from this point here. So we know when it gets up to here and it forms this, it's going to drop down again. So we waited for that to happen. You can see on this 4 hour trend line here, the blue one, it's kind of just sat on it. But the problem is we expected it to rise from here. You know, we'd expect the dollar to get much stronger from here. And in turn, that would react with gold and it would push it down. And then we've probably got, you know, really solid trades right down to about 1165 on the gold chart. But it didn't happen. It's kind of sat about here. And I do blame Trump, because I think if it wasn't for him trying to resist the Fed Reserve's putting the interest rates up, then there's no doubt in my mind that this would have lifted up from this point, but it hasn't. So we're just having to be patient. We have managed to capitalise on some GBP trades today. You can see the pound has made good ground even against the US dollar. Canadian dollar really made some good progress. So that has recovered a bit. And there have been other opportunities as well, but not too much to go at, if we're honest. We've kind of just had to be waiting very patiently for any opportunities to occur. But that does mean when we've got these markets that are kind of a bit static and not quite sure where they're going, eventually we get to a point where they open up, everything moves, and we've got you know, a day where we can really rake it in, so to speak. So there we go. Now over to my my broker window. Now you can see this had actually gone up to nearly $1,000 in deficit. It's a big trade. This had 5 lots on it. And the reason is because I was very confident, if everyone can see this clearly, I was very confident about gold following this path down. And you can see, that's on an hourly chart, but on 5 minutes it has picked up, and we expected it to just carry on going past this 1187 point here. But from what I showed you on the other chart, you can see why I didn't. But I think it still will. So I'm holding this trade. It is coming back into the money now, and it's just got to break past 1189. Aside from that, you can see my trades here, and we've actually done pretty well today. So this is all the trades from the 21st. So the only one that wasn't in the money was this one here, which was a GBP JPY, which I pulled. It looked like it was going to take off with the other pound pairings, but didn't. But you can see apart from that, very good profit. This one, this was a gold trade, and we just pulled it 665 profit on that. So good results. And we've got to go back, as you can see. There's a couple of big drops, but generally speaking, we've got very good results today. Certainly very good profit. We've made a couple of $1,000 today. And I'm hoping that we can make some more from these gold trades. So if you do want to join us, this is what we're keeping up to date with every single day. So as soon as you get into the trading arena, you're getting signals from me. You're getting information from the other guys in there that are looking at the same markets that I am. And we're feeding that information back into the trading arena. So you don't have to be doing what I do and watching these markets, you know, God knows how many hours a day. I do that work for you. That's what you're paying me for. And then I provide you with the information to place the trades. So if you do want to do that, start making, you know, potentially thousands in, potentially thousands in a day when the markets are right, and we wait for those moments, then what are you waiting for? You can click the link and join our free trading arena. I did send some free signals out today because I'm not going to be about all of tomorrow, but I do still send some free signals, so keep an eye on the Twitter feed, Facebook page, but the best way to do it is just to click the link and log into the free chat arena. I will expect to speak to you if you want to join. If you don't speak to me, if you come into the free trading arena and you won't speak to me and won't take a call, I'm assuming you're just there trying to steal some free signals, which doesn't work because I have to explain, you know, the concept and how I send them out and why, and how you actually react to those signals. So you're risking losing your money if you don't speak to me, so I can explain that to you. But if you do want to speak to me, I can explain it all. If it is something that you want to get involved in, then we can certainly do that. We've got a broker that gets around the EU ESMA regulations as well, which you may have seen in a previous video. So what are you waiting for? If you do want to make this work, make Forex trading work for you and really start profiting from it, even turn it into a primary income if you want, then the potential is there. You just have to take a call from me and I can go through all the details with you. Okay, have a good evening, whatever you do. I'm going to carry on watching this gold trade. Hopefully we can get this back into the money and then capitalise on a few more as well. All right, have a good evening.